welcome to the Macro Chat Live Show. Today is an awesome day for many, many reasons. And of course, you know I will chat about it. One thing, hey, Becky's here. Go girl. Hi, how you doing, Becky? Now, last time, Becky, I'm sorry, I forgot that you're BBMINIS. So I apologize on that. But you know, Becky, I totally love it when you bring in images. So thank you so much for showing up. I'm very excited to have you here. And actually, I want to see who else is here. We are doing this whole show now with AD Wheeler as producer. Awesome, because I can really focus on you guys. And one thing we are also doing is showing this on a company called Crowdcast, which I really love. But I noticed last time when we had the show, I didn't really get to see who was actually on the, like showing up. So if you guys are here, I would love for you to put in the chat wherever you're at, because we're in YouTube, which rocks. We're in Facebook, and we're in Periscope. And I see myself as Periscope. I'm going to say hello, because I do have followers in Periscope. I was trying Twitch, but I just was like, it wasn't happening. So I figured, what the heck? I'm just going to go ahead and try Periscope. I am here. We do have a 30 seconds, maybe even a little more delay. So what will happen is I will chat with you guys and say, hey, you got any questions? And then I'll look at the chat. So anyways, yeah, see, the Explorographer is rocking with me. I'm so excited. I can't tell you. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Good evening. Yes, I'm happy to be here. So I have two things. I have wine and water. And I like to have, I want us all to chill and relax. And if you want wine, tea, water, beer, whatever, let's just chat about macro photography. Super excited that you guys are here. Now, I am going to tell you guys a little bit behind the scenes. So since AD Wheeler is producing the show, I have to be like on it. I have to like have show notes and everything. I mean, big time show notes. Otherwise, we'll be lost. And he is in my ear right now, helping me out. And I just want to thank him so much for helping me with this show, because I really, really do love that he's helping me. And I also have to do a real quick shout out to my daughter, Ashley Sullivan. She owns Sullivan J Photography with me. If this is your first time, I'm Janice Sullivan, and I own Sullivan J Photography, and I work with macro and landscape photographers. And so I just wanted to give Ashley a shout out too. I never do that, and I just feel bad because after the show, she goes on, she puts all the timestamps on, she puts it on the website. So she does a lot of behind the scenes that you guys don't know about. So I just want to thank her so much for helping me too. So, but before we get started, let's start with our sponsor, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Today's Macro Photography Live Chat Show is brought to you by Adventurers of the F-Stop, a $29 monthly membership to elevate your macro and landscape photography and business skills. Just go to membership.sullivanjphotography.com and check out all the details to push your creations in 2018. I'm back, and I was chatting with Periscope. All right. Oh, good combo, Becky. Thank you. Yeah, I was always so stressed to push the buttons, and now I'm not stressed. I'm like so relaxed. And I want to say real quick hello to Facebook. I already did, but let me just say hello, and hopefully they'll show up. I know you guys are on YouTube just rocking it. I love you guys over here. But I wanted to just go ahead and do a quick overview about our show. So I just want to let you know that we are here every other Thursday. And I have usually a video next Thursday. But just to know that we're going to have our next show will be May 24th. So mark your calendars because I'm having another awesome, amazing photographer. Alan Shapiro will be coming on the show. So today's show is about, I can really chat with you guys, which is very cool. But then we change it up when we have a guest because I really want to poke their brain and dive into how they got into photography, how they do post-processing, their inspiration, and all that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead after the show, or Ashley will put Alan's website down so you guys can look at his work. And if you have questions, then maybe you guys can jot the questions to me. And then, because I will not be able to really watch the chat that much. AD said he would help me, which is great, but he's doing a lot of stuff in the background. So I don't want to, I just figured I'll just let you guys know. So this show really does work or pertain to people that love close-up photography, macro photography, and micro photography. And basically, that's everything that you love in your lens very up close. And there is a bunch of people out there that are like me that love to see stuff, anything within their lens up close. And I figured, let's just go for the show that really pertains to this. And I'm really happy because basically every single photographer that I have, let's knock on wood here next to my mic, but every single photographer that I've asked to come on the show has said yes, that they want to chat with you guys. So I know that there's a lot of us out there that really love this kind of photography. And even if you're just starting, it's still a great place to just see what is macro photography. Well, today is spring is in the air, so we've got some amazing, awesome images. Becky is one of them that brought in an image, so I'm very happy to have hers. But I have an announcement. I did not realize that this show has been on for a year. I mean, I do it every other week, so I know it's spread out, but it's been on for a year. I remember when I was first starting, my heart would go 5 million miles per hour, and some of my photographers' friends are like, don't tell them you're nervous. Well, I was, because I stepped out of the box and I said, I love macro photography and I want to get this out to the world, and that's why we're here. So with that, I am going to have a gift. Well, what it is I'm going to go ahead and have a giveaway, and it's going to be a $50 gift certificate to one of my favorite places to shop, which is Amazon, for our anniversary. So I plan to go ahead and announce all the details through my email, and I'll show you that later on in the show. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm really excited, and I wanted to have a giveaway. Like, it's our birthday, Macro Chat Live Show's birthday, so we're going to go ahead and do the 50 Amazon gift card. Thank you so much, Becky. She says, congrats, what an accomplishment. And when you start anything new, you debate, do I just keep doing this? And, nobody's showing up. But then Becky shows up, and Catherine shows up, and the Explorographer is here. Oh, he just said his system locked up. So I don't know. Let me see if we're on. He just said, hey, I wanted to, let's see. Oh, I see I'm frozen. I'm frozen in air. But no, you know what? I don't know. I'm seeing, let's see. He's going to reboot. And we will see if we come back. That's okay. Oh, what's weird is that I can see myself on Periscope, but I see that YouTube is stuck. Oh, so it's kind of going. So maybe let's see what happened. Let's see what's happening with Andy. Let me look. I said gotta. But Periscope's still working. I'm going to say, can you guys Oh, you said I'm good. So okay. Okay, so for AD, he says he's locked up, but let me tell you, AD, if you can't hear me, things are rolling still, so I'm going to just keep going. So Becky says we're still good. So one thing I do want to mention to you guys is that what's awesome about AD is that he's going to take this show and anything that kind of gets screwed up. Okay, cool. Okay, YouTube's fine. Okay, good. Well, we'll just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. But one thing that's really cool that AD said he would do is that when anything happens, when it comes to live stuff, he's going to take this show and he's going to chop stuff off, and then I'm going to put it back on my YouTube and my Facebook, and Periscope is just kind of happens. So Periscope, you're just rocking and rolling. So that doesn't get changed. Oh, I think okay. So he's working on the back end. So we'll just chat. That's what we're here for, right? So he'll go ahead and fix things on the end, and we'll have a nice chat together. So, I mean, we'll have a nice little presentation afterwards. So with that, okay, cool. Andrew said, keep rocking and rolling. So I just want to let you know that I'm going to announce the winner for the Amazon gift card the next show when Alan's on. So thanks, ladies, for letting us know that you guys can still see what's going on. And oh, Evelyn, hey, Evelyn, how you doing? Oh my God, Evelyn is my friend from high school, and she's in Facebook, and she's throwing me kisses. How you doing, girlfriend? Yeah, nice to see you. Evelyn and I, our daughter, okay, I got to tell you something real quick. Evelyn and I have been friends since we were in high school, and our daughters went to the same high school. I mean, I lived in West Covina, she lived in Valinda, and now I'm in Laverne, and our kids went to the same high school. Can you believe that? Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Yes, we had some great times when we were younger. Okay, no problem. AD, I'm on Amazon gift card. And yeah, I was just chatting away with them. That's what's so fun is that I could chat with them while things are rolling. And I think once we're ready to go, what we could do is we can actually get into critique time. You ready for that, rock and rolling, AD? All right, let's go for it. All right. Yeah, this is so cool. I get to hear him in the background. You guys can't, but this is a lot of fun. Let's see. So before I want to dive into Lightroom, I just want to share with you guys where you can submit your images. So if you go to sullivanjphotography.com, Macro Live is here. That gives you all the information on how, about the show. And actually, I'm actually going to show that later. So if you didn't get it down, no big deal. I'm going to show you later a little bit more about that. So what I'm going to do is we have two great images for the spring. I mean, spring is not everywhere. Spring is here in the States. So, you Aussies, I know you're going into winter, so just enjoy what you're going to see now, or go to the store and grab some stuff and do your shots and macro shots indoors because I know it's around the corner. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and I'm going to do something different again. Normally I share the way Lightroom is, I get frustrated, but since AD's got the production going in the background, I get to really see full resolution. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. This is something new to me. So let me just do this, and I'm going to get Lightroom up, and we'll start here, but let me share the screen, and you'll see, what I just noticed is that I'll have to figure out. You're going to see a blank screen for right now, okay? You're going to see the gray. So this gray screen that you're seeing is the screen that I use when I post-process. So you should be seeing, hopefully, you should be seeing the screen that shows the image. Can you guys let me know? Because right now I'm seeing me, and I just want to make sure that all's cool and you're seeing Lightroom right now with Kim's image. So do me a favor, especially you guys. Let me see. Evelyn says, love you. Love you too, girl. Let me just do a little heart from my friend. Or oh, it is. Perfect. Okay, so we got Lightroom rocking. Okay, so here we go. Oh, it was. You know why? Because I started chatting, so I got off of Lightroom and it bounced off. So, okay, we're good. I will have to focus on Lightroom right now. So we're going to dive in first to Kim, and then we will do Becky's. But again, like I say, spring is totally in the air, and these are great. Both of them are great images for us to really dive into in the month of May. So I'm really excited. Thank you, ladies, so much. Okay, I always like to find out what their intent was when they're photographing. So here we go. So Kim says, my main goal for this image was to get out and have fun, and she capitalizes fun because really that's what it's all about, isn't it? I wanted to create an image with crocus flowers before they leave us for the year. As it was, these flowers were a little past fresh. The sunset was really pretty Sunday night, and one of the various compositions I experimented was with the colorful sunset horizon included in the background. She says she used her D850 Tamron 90mm lens, and her settings was 1/25 second at f.6. She used an ISO of 640. So that is what Kim has done. Now, a lot of times right now I'm sharing with you guys the beautiful image right up in your face. And I like this so much better. When I do share some editing stuff, I will switch out of this. But for right now, I just thought both of these images are very cool. So I wanted to let you know, Kim, that I really like how I've done this too, where you've thought about your horizon, you're doing a little bit of backlighting, you're using the beautiful time frame of the evening. So I want to give you, of course, always some kudos on how sharp some of this stuff is over here. Let me just share with people. This is really close, but let's just see if I can get this going without screwing it up. So I really love how this is perking up, and you've got the tulip. It's not a tulip, I don't think, but there's a crocus flower is what you said, but boy, it looks like a tulip. So see how you put it right on the line. I love that. It's really pretty, and you blow this up really nicely, and it'll be very beautiful. It has that real warm feel to it. So, but you know that I'm going to poke you, right? I want to poke you because I know Kim. Kim is in my membership program, and I know what she could do. And like I say, I totally love it. I love the colors. I love what you've done. I love your thought process. You had a lot of fun. It's beautiful. And I, too, love to photograph at this time frame. I love to get down low like this and have the sun in the background. It's just a very nice, relaxing mood feeling, and the backlighting is really pretty. We're working on compositions and stuff, and this is something that definitely is part of the rule of thirds, where you have the horizon up on the top. So I want to share with you, let's see how I can do this. I want to share with you an idea of shooting with, now I know that when you're here looking into this flower, if you were to get up higher, you wouldn't have the horizon, but behind you is a couple other flowers. And if you wanted to put that flower behind you, then you would mess up the horizon. So this is just my suggestion. I know that you could do these kind of things. It's a beautiful shot. If you want to really focus on your main subject, which is this beautiful flower right in here with the baby flower coming out, this is one of the suggestions. I would just clone out the background and clone out that flower and just bring this flower in. That's just one suggestion that really leads my eyes. To the right, now if you want to make it a portrait, of a flower. There's two, then I would just crop it and do a portrait. I'm going to talk about this section right here in a little bit. So let me just give you a suggestion. Here's the portrait of a flower without that background, and then here's the portrait with the flowers in the background. So even with, say, here you go with this one, if you decide to crop and give it a portrait type feel to it, the background of the flowers doesn't distract me as much. It seems that you could tell it's part of like 3, and it's part of your composition. I feel like the extra over here is distracting me, and it's very heavy to the left, but again, it's very beautiful. So if you wanted something that was like this and had, you know, the more of a horizontal feel to it, because I know you, Kim, what I would do is, because you do say that you used a 5.6. So what you could do is you could bump up your f-stop to give you a little bit more, maybe f11, f14, just to bring out a little bit more details to the right. And then later, if you want in post, you can, it'll bring more colors to this section. And then you can blur it out if you want, or I would actually even take some of the stuff and bring it out here, because right here is where it stops me. But again, I love your lighting. You have fun. It's a great, I like that you have definitely put this flower right on the horizon. It's fun. It's very beautiful. And I think that I'm glad that you went to have fun and enjoyed this time of day and just played with these flowers before they went away. So that is definitely a great shot. Now, Kim, okay, so, Kim's having she's chatting with me. Let me see if I can move this over so I could see. Poke away. Kim says poke away. Oh, it is a beautiful, and you know, I know you, Kim, and the more I get to know all of you guys, I know how much I can push you when it comes to thinking just a little bit more of the composition. So I see that you're totally going for the light, the sun in the background, and that's beautiful, and I really like that. I just, you know, simplicity for me is just to get me into, I just feel like this is like, whoa, gorgeous photo right here, and you know how to go ahead. This is a rough edit, but just doing a little clone stamping and stuff, I mean, that takes it to the next level for sure. So thank you, Kim. We are going to dive into Becky's. Let's see, where are you? Where are you? All right, do you have any questions, Kim? Oh, Kim says she focus stacked a couple images as well to get the flower and have the ability to bring more of the background in focus. I haven't processed that one yet. Oh, I really want to see it. Well, just know when you do that, I mean, you know how to do all that stuff. I just think that on the right side, if you just brought a little bit more detail compared to the, with the left side, but you got to be careful. You know that you want your eyes to go to your main focal point, which is that absolutely gorgeous, beautiful flower. And the way you post-process is very, very elegant. So let me see okay, so I was looking over my notes just to make sure that I didn't, I mean, I get brain dead. Let's see. Okay, I think that's cool. We'll go to Becky's. Let's look at Becky's. Okay. So Becky, she's been on here, and I appreciate you, Becky. You've been hanging out with me. I'm getting to know you more and more. So thank you. She has just really begun to do macro photography. Kudos to you. And this girl works hard to get her stuff. She's addicted like me. So she is like, we are definitely a pair together. She says, and I love the way she writes. I wish I could write like this. She says, here is my bee image. My goal was simply to capture a reasonably sharp image of one of the many bumblebees feeding on the nectar of a large bush in my backyard, bursting with sweet-smelling blooms. Can you write for me, Becky? I swear, I wish I could write like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I had to say that. I said, I originally set up my Nikon D7100 camera with a Tokina 100 millimeter macro lens on a tripod close to a blossom that was well lit and pre-focused my camera, hoping that when a bee landed, I would be ready. The bees, however, had other ideas, and in the end, I had to abandon that idea and took my camera off the tripod to handhold while I walked around the bush, hoping to get lucky enough to capture one. This image was made at f20 at 1/500th of a second, ISO 800. She goes, I chose the ISO because part of the blossoms were in the shade. I used a fast shutter speed because the bees were moving quickly, and f20 for as much depth of field as possible. I made about 100 shots, but really only liked 2 of the images. Many of them were just too blurry. I learned that bees are very difficult to photograph handheld and that they are very territorial as well, as I was dive bombing frequently. The image was edited in Lightroom with adjustments to contrast, saturation, etc. Because there was so much green in the image, I edited in RGB channels to tone down the greens and bring out more of the bees' colors. I love the challenges that macro photography brings and strives to make the best images I can. So kudos to you, Becky. Very, very cool. I just love how you're saying you were dive bombing the bees. I was wondering, I know you're on the other side, but do you guys, I don't think you guys have killer bees yet over there. We have killer bees over here. Well, they're from Mexico and they're trying to come up and take our bees. So I never used to be nervous of bees, but now if I kind of do, because they're trying to take over the hives over here. So I get a little nervous when they start trying to attack me. But when I first, so Becky, let me just share with you guys a little bit behind the scenes. So Becky sent me this image. I like to see, pretty good resolutions of these images so I can see it. I know you guys probably may not be seeing it as beautiful as I do. But one of the things that it didn't show up. So when she sent it to me and I saw it, I was just like, whoa, look at all this pollen. It is so cool to be able to see all the pollen on this bee. And I think that's one of the reasons why I just love macro photography so much, because we'll see bees fly around us and whatever and kind of swatting them away. But when you get a subject like this and see all the pollen and just, enjoy a bee doing its thing, it's very, to me, it's just super exciting because we live in this fast-paced life, and now we can see it macro, we can see it close up, and you've captured that moment of this bee pollinating and having a good time with its flower. So kudos to you that you did not give up and you just kept going for it, because some people, especially with macro, they'll just say, oh, I just can't get it, I'm done. And you didn't. And you got a great shot here, and I'm glad that you warmed it up, because yes, green can just drag us out, and we wouldn't feel that warmth of this beautiful bee. So with this image, basically, to tell you the truth, I just feel like just changing a little bit of composition. I'm going to go ahead and I'll crop this right now. I'm going to show, this is the crop. This is a crop. I just moved it to a different crop. But let's go ahead and let me do this in the develop module. And I'm going to push in the crop, and I'm going to do it on my screen. I'm just going to kind of bring it in, and I'm looking at the wings as I'm cropping in. And I feel now it's kind of looking at me. Now, to me, that's powerful. It's still on the flower. It's still beautiful. It's still, interesting that it's lost one of its little, you could see how it's had a tough life there. The antenna, there's one there and the other one's gone. But now it's kind of facing up and more prominent. And I think you had a spider one like this too, Becky, that remember, so as you shoot these things, think about your composition, and yeah, you might have some funky way of having to photograph it because they're not going to stand pretty for you like a human or a model. They're going to do what they got to do. But afterwards, as long as you have enough space, you'll have areas to crop and then really be able to show the bee in its power and its beauty looking at us with all this pollen. So, but I do really love how you've warmed it up. The next tip, because I know you're just starting and you were saying that you were just starting, what I think that you should do next with this image is, I don't know, did you use a flash? I'm just curious on how you lit the bee. Is this natural? It looks to me like you had a flash, only because I'm seeing here, right here, it seems like there's some blown out areas. And no biggie, you can easily just, and I think I've shared with you this before, you could just go ahead and clone. I like Photoshop better, but if you do a spot removal, and we'll go ahead and let me see if I could do this here. I'm on a different, it's very small where I'm at, but let me go ahead and I'll share you the one that I fixed. But if you just do a spot removal, let's do that and see what happens on, see, there it's gone. Now, I personally don't like Lightroom, to tell you the truth, because it kind of looks mushy. But let me just show you, I think it's this one. No, this is the crop. So let me see, just removing those spots with the spot removal tool makes a world of difference. The brights are driving me to areas of the bee that really are not very prominent. You really want to pay attention to all that amazing pollen that's on this beautiful bee. So I think that just cleaning it up a little bit will totally help it. There it is. See? And then there you go, this beautiful, I'm looking at all the flowers, that's beautiful, and the, its wings and the pollen, the color, it's perfect. So good job, and keep it up for sure. Let me see, no flash, interesting. Okay, well, just start practicing on cleaning those little areas up so we don't draw our eyes to that, because you've done so much work on getting that shot. You said you had hundreds of shots, and this is very successful right here, just by changing it up a little bit and with the composition and just cleaning it up. So very, very cool. Now, let's see. Do you have any other questions before I get into let me see where I'm at. I want to share something, but I'm going to let you, while I'm getting things ready, just go ahead and let me know if you have any questions before I actually leave, because I can show you stuff. And let me get ready for, let's see. Okay, I got that. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. I'm like totally lost. Oh, okay, got it. All right, let's do it. Okay, she says she's okay and she's good to go. So let me unscreen, stop sharing. Okay, so I should be good to go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and, oh wait, I want to share my macro page. That's what I want to do. Okay, let me get on. I want to share. Let me get that ready. I want to. I had that ready. Here it is. Okay, because there's a couple things that I changed. So let me do a real quick screen share. But at least I got off so you can see my website and screen share. Okay, real quick. So I wanted to share here that I just changed the macro chat live show. And as AD knows, as I was changing it, I really messed up people that had my RSS feed. I've been using now emails instead of RSS feeds. And RSS feeds is when someone signs up for your blog post. And so with the macro chat live show, I decided, it's a year. Let's go ahead and change things up. So this is where you can If you want to go in and check out the Facebook group, it's really cool to hang out there. You can share your image. You can actually ask questions, and if you want your images submitted, these two women are in the Facebook group and they submitted their images. So go there. If you're not into Facebook, no worries. Then you can go ahead and go to the actual website, and then you ask questions in here. But this is what I want to show you. So here's the previous shows. I went ahead, I'm going to change these pictures. They're all the same, I know, but I just didn't have time for that. But before, I used to have this is my first show, everyone. I'm going to share it with you real quick because it's our anniversary. So look at how small, there's not very much on here. So I decided now that when I have the shows, I can really talk about the shows on the post. I can share more links and do stuff like that. So I wanted to share this with you guys really quick. And then I'm not seeing it, but on the top of my, let's see, on the top of my bar, it's not showing up because I've been on my site too many times. This is what screwed everyone up. Sorry. So anyways, at the top here, you'll see a bar and it will say, basically, if you want to get emails, that's how you can go ahead and get an email to get the information on the Amazon gift card. So just check out the site and you'll see it later. But with that, we're going to go ahead. Let me get this out and unscreen share because we got to dive in because it's getting time. It's only an hour, this show. So, all right, let me get out of that and we're going to go ahead and start fun stuff. It's equipment time. Oh, hello. Okay. AD just said I was back. I didn't realize it. I was sitting here smiling. Okay. So I thought about both of you guys when it came to my equipment. Anytime that I have images, the equipment for critique, the equipment goes basically with those images. So when you guys submit images, I think about you guys. So this one was, and I'm going to share, I mean, I'm going to get like, I like to do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to share my equipment. I'm going to bring it in. And then of course I'll share on the internet like I always do. But let me just show this to you guys real quick. I got to get up. Okay. Oh, you can see my mic down there. I didn't even realize it. I can see the mic. Hold on. Let's see. I don't want you seeing my bike. Okay, here we go. All right. I have to laugh at myself, but I really want you guys to see this. Okay, can you see it? Kind of? Sort of? Oh my, okay, hold on. Let me get over there. So this is it's called a Plamp. Okay, this right here goes on to your tripod or wherever you want. Okay, so then I went ahead and here is, so you can maneuver it wherever you want to. Look, there, see how it's bouncing light into me? And you could set this on your tripod. I know, Becky, you weren't on your tripod, but you never know. I mean, you might want this in the future, but maybe Kim, if she wants to, you know, set it up and just add a little bit more light, because I know how it is when you got the backlighting and sometimes the front of the subject just doesn't have enough light. Then this is amazing. You don't have to deal. You just can maneuver it all over. I'll take it off and share it to you guys, but I think this is great. I mean, I had to share it with you. It gives a little bit of extra light. It's funny because I could see myself because AD had got it hooked up, so then I can actually chat with you guys and I know what's going on. But see, it's on my actual tripod. So it's an amazing tool. Let me come back to you. Let me come back to you. I got to put my ear thing on too, so this way AD can tell me if I'm screwing up somehow. All right, where am I? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This thing is so cool. Okay, so as you can see, it moves all over the place, and you can put it on your tripod if you want. It clamps right on. And then here, look at it, screws. You could do the screw, and sure enough, it comes right off. And so I've shared this one before. You guys have seen this. See how it's really small for macro photography. It's only 12. It always comes out really hard. But I thought if you're doing the backlighting, sometimes you don't have the hands and all this stuff. This is so cool to use and put it on your tripod, and it's a third hand. It's perfect, especially for what Kim was doing. So Becky, you could still, you could probably set it up. What I was going to tell you too, Becky, is that, I mean, our bees, I have a wisteria, and they love flowers. So what I'll do is I'll set up like you did and just kind of let it sit there for a while. And sure enough, a lot of bees will come back to the same thing, back and back. So if you have this, they might have been nervous to see you, to tell you the truth. And that's why it was hard to find them or, get that shot. So if you set up wherever you're at and just leave the stuff there for a little, they'll get used to you. You just kind of have to hang out. And if you shoot earlier when it's cooler or later, then they're a little bit more mellower. So that might be a suggestion for you. And then try something like this too if you need some extra light. They will get used to seeing this stuff if you leave it there. So I just wanted to share these two things. Let me show online because I always like to share with you guys online real quick. I'll just throw that on the floor. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do a quick screen share, and I'll share the goodies. But I love that. I totally love those two tools. So let's get over to the next screen. Here we go. So here it is. It's $43. There's probably cheaper ones. I'm not sure. But I know that this is so worth every single penny. You could use this in studio too. I mean, yeah. Oh, no way. How did I do that? Everybody, this is AD Miller. How in the hell did I do that? That is hilarious. Okay, stop. All right, Lou. That's so funny. Okay, share screen. Oh, it went to the, okay, AD, it went to you and me. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, that is hilarious. I'm sorry. There's always something, right? Oh, Ashley joined. Katerina. Hey, Katerina. Oh, this is Facebook. I'm just hanging out on Facebook right now. Nice to see you guys. Let me check out one more thing. Before I I know I'm sharing what's going on the other screen, but okay. So anyways, this is really cool, and it really is worth the money to have that third hand and to be able to maneuver everything to help you out. And so you can have the clamps, and it holds. Here they show how you can hold a flower if you want. I've actually never done that, to tell you the truth, but I guess if it's really windy, I mean, just be careful with flowers. Please don't damage them. But, it's sharing how you could use it. I use it more to bounce light. So here is, now this one's not mine that I just shared with you, but I thought it was really cool for $12. How awesome is that? So you got a diffuser, you got also, if you want some warmth to it or cool it out, you've got the silver and the gold. So that's really cool for you guys to play with, and it's only $12.99. So I wanted to share those two things with you guys. Let me go ahead and make sure I do this right. I can't even, oh, this is so funny. I still even mess up when AD's got the whole thing going in the background. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. anyways, I just wanted to share those quick little tools that I think that will help, especially if you're doing backlighting and say you need a little bit more light. What I liked about that other one is that, oh, I wanted to show, before I say that, I wanted to share with you that Mike Moats had just put on his YouTube the both of that setup, and I replied to him. I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to be sharing that tomorrow on my show. And so he uses it a little different. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to put your video link down below so people could see how you're using what I just shared with you. And again, this, you could see how it reflects, gives you some extra, little bit of light. And then this guy really does move all over the place. So these are great tools, especially for macro photographers. Okay, let's see. Do you guys got any questions? Oh, hi, Jenny. How's it going? Nice to see you. Let me check and see if there's any questions going on. And, oh, there's my printer. I can hear it in the background. All right, let's see. Okay, this is cool. Everything's good. Because we're going to go ahead. It's perfect timing. I don't want it to go over an hour. All right, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I think I'm just going to go ahead and remind you guys while I'm waiting for any kind of questions or anything and chatting it up. I just want to remind you that our next show is May 24th. We're here every other Thursday. So I would love for you guys to join me then. I shared with you guys the website, and I'll put that down below also on how to get into the Facebook group or ask questions. There's forms that you can fill out, because truthfully, when you guys submit the images, that's what makes the show for me, because I look at your work. Today was spring day. And then I kind of build around what you guys submit. So I'd love for you guys to share your images. We do real fast critiques and nothing crazy. I always just like to share a little bit extra. And I also want to remind you that we're going to have that gift certificate. So I'm so excited that we're going to have that giveaway for our anniversary of the Macro Chat live show. So I'm really crazy. Mark your calendars so you can see Alan Shapiro. I'll put his link down below of his website so you can see his work. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask me, even a little bit before the show or whatever, or just send it, in the actual Facebook if you want, or online, because when I have them, I poke their brain big time, and it really is a conversation between the photographer. But you guys will get a lot out of that by seeing what other people do and what we all love to do. So again, if you want to get to know more of me, we're going to show a real fast, quick video, and I'll come right back. To get to know us in more detail, check out sullivanjphotography.com. And while you're at it, sign up for challenges, deep dive photography information, and free textures by just filling out your email and your name and pushing that grab your first challenge. If you'd like to even dive deeper into your photography and really elevate it, check out membership.sullivanjphotography.com. This is a membership that's only $29 a month, and we give you everything that's needed to really push your macro and landscape photography. Hope to see you there. All right, you guys, I just want to thank you so much for joining me in the Macro Chat live show. If you like the show, how about a thumbs up and share it to others so we can get the word out that macro photography is not just a side thing. It is a passion for many of us that cannot get enough of photographing up close. And again, I totally appreciate you, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. And thank you, AD, for getting me organized, because I felt great tonight. So everybody, happy macro. Cheers. Bye.